Hey there, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jess. I go by the Superheroes Therapist, pretty much because I help healers heal. If you want to know more about me, you can just go ahead and go over to my website, www.jeffjefferson.com. But that's not what we're here for today. I wanted to talk to you guys about grounding techniques. And if you're my age, I don't mean grounding like go to your room, turn off or unplug the TV, because we didn't have to turn off, we had to unplug it. Read a book, you're not going outside. I don't mean that kind of grounding technique. What I do mean, though, is a way to regulate yourself and bring you back to the present. If you watched my last video, which you should have, if you haven't, the link will be somewhere around here, probably down below in the description. I talked about not feeding the peanut gallery, which is easy when you're regulated, or like when you're okay and you can kind of make that conscious decision or that choice to not feed into the negativity of the voice. What do you do when the peanut gallery is speaking and you are overwhelmed? How do you get to a place where you can then say, mute? I'll teach you. We're going to call those grounding techniques. So what a grounding technique is really just that. Something that's going to keep you grounded. I love several of them. I'll teach you a few today. The first one that I love that works really well when you're anxious or overwhelmed in a certain area. So let's say you get test anxiety, social anxiety, anything that would make you kind of feel like a physiological response in your body, maybe rapid heartbeat, sweaty palms. What you would do in that moment is you would start to look around the room, pick a color, any color, and start to say, okay, hey, I see this is the color black. That is, and just the one color, you look at different items in the room that's color. That is that color. That are that color. Tongue twister. That are that color. And instead of focusing on the thing that is stressing you out, the thing that is causing you anxiety, you just shift your focus to other things that are happening for you in the present that will help decrease how significant that particular disturbance is for you. My fave, because if you haven't noticed, I've got a little bout of ADHD. A large one. For those that have like the thoughts that just keep coming and coming and coming, and it feels like when you're in a rush somewhere and the freight train stops in front of you, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 million trains just going by, and it feels like it's never ending. Sometimes our thoughts can be that way. They can just be going through. And if you're like me, they go through and they stop right before they get out of my ear. So then I've got this pile up of thoughts and information that try and present, when it's time to go to sleep, when I've got an important meeting. And how you can go through and deal with those is literally thinking about, okay, thought number 1. I love, if you probably notice, like in the back of all my videos, you hear like this little stream sound, because I love ambient sound. So in the back of my office, literally 24/7 when there's nobody here, that sound is playing. And the reason I chose the stream is it's a very good alliteration for me when I get overwhelmed or when too much stuff is happening for me in my little superhero mind. I literally think about that stream flowing in front of me and I envision it. Like I literally look at a stream. And the thoughts that are not serving me, that are not going to have a purpose to get me from where I am presently to where I need to be, maybe it's a task or getting through an event or a function. I literally imagine in my head that stream is in front of me, and every thought that does not serve, I place it on a little leaf. And on that little leaf, it just floats away. Guys, let me get close, because it's not always that easy. What I also have to do, and I teach my clients to do, is when that thought tries to like pop back up and get to the front of the line of the little of the pile up of thoughts in your mind, give it a little more energy to get away. So I literally imagine that thought, that thing, being a little fish. And one of those fish, like a salmon, that swims against the stream, against the current. And I turn that thought into a salmon, and I watch it literally gain its strength as it goes against the current, and it leaves. And eventually it just breaks through when it's gone. Not into the abyss, not forever. If I have a pen and paper handy, or my phone, which I absolutely love, the app InkPad. You can have it on your phone. You can upload it to your computer and open it from your desktop. I literally, guys, have notes from 2003 on this, like from whatever, whether it was something in school or something that I needed to write down, that I wanted to remember, a quote, anything, a dress that I saw a link to. It's all their shopping list. Love the app. I digress. And I'll just jot down those things that are important that I need to do onto that list. And I'll get back to them later, but I'm not going to stop what needs to be done now in the present because of what needs to be done in the future. I have to ground myself and say, whoa, Jess, you can't do today's work, yesterday's work, and tomorrow's work all in this 1 hour, this 1 minute, this 20 seconds, whatever. You need to be able to go through and say, hey, I can't handle this, I can't handle that, and go through. Another way to ground yourself that I really, really, really enjoy is a guided meditation. To go back in your mind to a place where you felt safe. And for me, it really works. I see that it works very, very well in my clients. And some people may say that that's not necessarily a grounding technique because it's not bringing you back to the present. But if I can get you out of your mind and I can get your hippocampus and your amygdala outside of that fight, flight, freeze, mayday, 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 cancel, cancel, abort, abort, there's an issue going on, you're going to get grounded. So it's really simple. I have people close their eyes and imagine a space, right? So we're going to do it together. I'm going to go through and describe to you one of my favorite safe spaces. Let's go. I can't close my eyes because that would just be probably poor YouTube etiquette. But riddle me this. You close your eyes and listen into what I've got to say. And we'll do this guided meditation together, and then we will wrap up, and that will be all for our grounding video today. So I would like you to close your eyes and take deep breaths. And as you breathe in, I would like you to imagine breathing in tons of love and light and positivity, things that feed your soul, that make you feel joy and alive. And on every out breath, I want you to breathe out everything that feels heavy, every thought, every idea, every perception of heaviness, of not being enough, of being overwhelmed. Breathe it out. And we're going to breathe in again for a count of 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold that for a second. Let all of the good stuff flow throughout your body. And then breathe out. And imagine as you breathe out all that negativity, a little tiny feather that you're trying to blow all the way across the room. All right, let's breathe in again for another count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's hold that for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to breathe out for 3 breaths, or for 3 seconds as well, but I want you to breathe like dragon fire breath. I don't know if you're like me and you watch cartoons, but I think about the dragon from Shrek, and when he figures out that he can actually like blow, he's like, wah! So we're still blowing for 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, whether you're sitting or you're standing, I just want you to notice if you're standing, the floor supporting your feet. If you're seated, I want you to see how your chair is supporting your back and your weight, and you're able to rest onto the cushion of the seat. And as you think about the heavy things in your life, imagine that every time something gets heavy, the seat that you're sitting in, the floor that you're standing on is being fortified. It is getting stronger and being created solely to support you in this moment. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you're seated, if you're standing, if you're laying, let's say in our meditation that we're on a beach. Not just any beach. You know, when the beach is like prime time where you can breathe in, you can smell the salt water, you can breathe out, and it just feels amazing, like all of the cares in the world are disappearing. You can hear the waves slowly and gently crashing onto the sand. We're laying in a hammock, and in that hammock, every time something gets heavy, it's able to support us, and the hammock is fortified by the things that we're letting go. There's just enough of a palm frond over you that while it's still sunny out, there's a breeze that's produced by the palm frond, and there's shade. And as the water comes up and the wind catches it, you can just feel the salt water particles on your arm. You can hear in the distance maybe some birds chirping, other people around. If you're like me, you're on a hammock and you're like inside outside, so the balcony is there and you have the air from the air conditioning on one side and the breeze from the beach on the other, and the palm frond hanging over you. And every time something tries to come in and disturb that, we're just going to take a deep breath in and breathe in all the good stuff. We're going to breathe in our environment. We're going to breathe in the sights and the sounds and the relief you may feel in your body. And we're going to breathe out all of the tension, the hard stuff. On this next deep breath, I want you to go through and do a body scan. So let's start at your head. What do you notice? And you can just keep breathing in and out as we go through this exercise. Do you notice any tension in your head, in your eyebrows, your eyes, your cheeks, your nose, your mouth? Now let's go down to our neck and our shoulders. Do you notice any tension there? Any tension in your chest, in your abdomen, in your shoulders going down to your arms and your extremities, from your elbow to your wrist to your fingertips, back into our abdomen, going all the way down into your pelvic area, down both legs, from your thighs to your kneecaps, to your calves, to the top of your foot, to the bottom of your foot and your heel, the arch of your feet, your toes. Did you notice any sensations anywhere? Did you notice anything positive, anything negative, anything that you realized that you were holding in a place you didn't want to hold? Think about that. Think about something that you found in your body scan that was not serving you well in this moment. And as you breathe in what you'd like to replace that with. So let's say you found tension in your neck. And you would really like to have release and ease in there instead. So breathe in that release and that ease. And breathe out that tension and the things that cause it to stay there. And do that for every other place that you found any kind of tension or something that did not bring you joy or serve you well in this moment. And now, let's take one final deep breath in, a deep breath out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to this moment. Wow, that was amazing, right guys? So just think, when the peanut gallery is like wah 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 wah, and you're like, let me divert this way and listen. Stop and be present in the moment. Try a grounding technique. Do one of the 3 things we just learned. And help yourself to be present in the moment. Disclaimer, this may not work for you every time, all of the time, but try it out. See how you can ground yourself and be present with yourself in the moment. So you're not just living, and you're not just surviving, but you're thriving. Guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. How will I know? Easy. After you subscribe and like it, drop a comment below and let me know. Share it with a friend, someone, another superhero who may struggle with the day-to-day life, work-life balance, being present. Oh my, can that be a daunting task at times? But there are little tips and tricks that you can use to take care of yourself. So, until next time, don't just live, don't just survive, thrive. Jess, the superhero therapist. Oh, wait, you thought I was gonna forget. No. How do you find me? Well, www.justjefferson.com for any kind of speaking engagements, resume stuff, or swsocialsupport.com for all things therapy, all things superhero supportive services, all things dealing with mental health, just having somebody walk through the rough times with you. Find me there. That is swsocialsupport.com, and it's at swsocialsupport on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter. And for the speaker page and more information on like tips and tricks and things about me and speaking, it's at @JessJefferson on Instagram and on Facebook. Okay guys, for real, that's all. Until next time. Oh, and subscribe, share it with a friend. Bye guys. Oh, okay, for real. Very last ADHD moment thingamajiggy. If there's any kind of content you would like to see, any information that you're just kind of like, this just rattles and befuddles me, that you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and shoot me an email at jessica@swsocialsupport.com and say, hey Jess, I want to see a YouTube video on this. I want content on that. I want information on this. Oh, wait guys, I almost forgot. It's maintaining, it's May, and we are maintaining a healthy hero headspace. So go ahead and find out more about that on IG at instagram.com/swsocialsupport. For real, guys, that was the last one. Thanks for sticking with me through it. You guys have an amazing week. And again, don't just live, don't just survive, thrive. It's been real. Jess, the superheroes therapist. That was the end for real. Drum roll. That's not. However.